and welcome to Preppy, where we revolutionize how you prepare for IELTS. Today, I have with me Money in the Success Story series. So, over to you. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Sanjita. Thank you so much for welcoming me. I am Mani Saxena and I uh, belong to Bhopal, which is the city of lakes. And I am into the field of education. I have almost 15 years of education, but right now I am on a break because of the pandemic and planning to join soon and move forward.
All right, that's nice. So, what were your scores in the IELTS test, and was it your first attempt?
Yes, Sanjita, definitely. It was my first attempt, and I would like to say all thanks to you all, the team Prepiv, because the kind of guidance and the kind of strategies you all provide really helped me to get my scores, which were really good. I scored 7 in writing, 8 in reading, and 8.5 in listening and speaking.
Okay, so almost a perfect score in listening and speaking, which was 8.5, and 7 in writing, which is yet again a great score for someone who's appearing for the very first time, and reading again 8. So that's absolutely brilliant. How did you manage to score these scores?
It is actually all about practice, practice, and practice. The more you practice, the better it is. The kind of strategies which Yogita taught us, all thanks to her, because whatever she taught, I tried to apply with whatever little time I got. I have two little children to take care of and a family. So along with the family, it was really very difficult. But since I joined the 10:30 batch, it was the daily practice of the 10:30 batch, and after that, whatever homework she used to give, I used to complete it. The mock sessions which you guys provided, Pavandeep had taken our mock
Taking
sessions.
mock tests. Yeah.
Yes, the mock test, and she was also a great support and help in really telling me where I am lagging behind and practicing with me. So all this really helped me out, and yes, today I'm really happy with whatever I scored, and all thanks to the preppy.
Thank
Uh,
you so much.
team.
Okay, so you gave us a generic overview of how you prepared, but can you elaborate for each and every module, like listening, reading, writing, and speaking, one at a time? So let's start with listening. Any special strategies that you followed, anything that you weren't doing before joining our classes, but then, realize that this is something that needs to be done to improve your scores?
Yes, like for listening, Yogita suggested to listen to more of English, more of British accent, which I did, and it really helped me while doing the mock test for listening. I followed the Cambridge books which are provided by Prepiv in the Google Classroom, and I
Mhm.
practiced 3 books for the listening module, and that really helped. Yes, initially I used to score very less, like 19 or 20, like, but gradually, along with the classes, when you practice, you learn and you get the techniques of like Yogita taught us elimination technique, and that way. So that really helped me to improvise on my score, and now I have scored
It was
8.5.
a perfect score, more or less. So 8.5 in listening, which means that you've definitely scored above 35. So hardly one or two incorrect answers.
Yes.
Okay, and moving on to reading. Anything specific here?
Yes, reading, the one technique which Yogita taught us was to read the questions first and then start reading the paragraphs. Like it is always the question and answer are always in the sequence. So we need not waste time in reading the paragraphs. Most of the students are not able to finish the paper in 1 hour
Absolutely.
just because of this. And this is a really important strategy if you want to finish in time and attempt all the questions. So reading the questions first and then started reading the paragraphs and marking the answers was the technique which I applied. And the second technique is synonyms and paraphrasing.
Definitely.
So
So
it's
synonyms, paraphrasing, and reading the questions before you go through the passage will help you in managing your time better. And
right.
you'll also be able to complete in 60 minutes. In fact, you need to keep about 4 to 5 minutes to check your answers as well, whether you have, written it in the right sequence, especially if you're taking it in the paper and pen-based format. So that's really important. What about writing?
Writing, yes.
Something that's dreaded a lot. So we need a detailed answer for this. How did you prepare for writing? How many writings did you get evaluated? What was the strategy like?
Writing was the module which I was also really scared of, because I could not practice. I kept it for the last thing which I
Last.
will do for the exam. So I started with submitting the uh, tests and questions which were given in the Google Classroom. So I got evaluated almost 4 letters and
Mhm.
4 to 5 essays. And I was not at all performing well initially in the 1 or 2 letters and essays. But when this feedback reached me, and the trainers who were correcting my modules, and then I applied those feedbacks, and I again attempted 2 or 3 essays and letters, which really helped me improve my score and my confidence in writing. So in the last 2 days, I have 2 little daughters actually, and the younger one got sick during
Oh,
that days when I planned to, prepare the writing module. So I really could not prepare much. Only the submissions modules which I submitted, sorry, the writing
writings.
which I submitted in the Google Classroom. Plus, during the last days, I prepared a strategy for myself using Yogita's guidance, that I prepared a short um, map kind of thing for me, which will include the, like, paragraphs will include a background statement, then the prompt question, then the outline statement, and then the ending, like the clever statement for the ending, which I used in my essay in the writing module, and this helped me, get the scores which
Which
I.
were amazing. So she has scored 7 in writing, and let me tell you that she just wrote 5, or wrote. In fact, I would rephrase it to, she just got the feedback for 5 to 7 essays and letters combined, and she still managed to score 7, which is a clear symbol of the fact that you don't have to write a lot, you don't have to practice a lot to score a 7 or 7.5. You need the strategies and feedback. Feedback is more important than practicing n number of essays or letters. So I hope you agree with me.
Yes, yes, definitely. And implementing the feedback which is given by the trainer, and implement, like, that.
Understanding the feedback is really important. If you blindly just keep writing the same thing over and over again and making the same mistakes over and over again without understanding the feedback given by the trainer, or in fact some students don't even take the feedback, they feel that the more they write the better it would get. That's not the case. The more you write without the feedback, the same mistakes you end up making, and you will in fact end up strengthening those mistakes. So instead of going through towards that path, it's better that you write lesser but get the feedback on each and every writing, and then implement whatever feedback has been given so that you don't make the same mistake again.
Not actually get at all overconfident in writing, even if we are very fluent in English,
Mhm.
because the structure of writing is very important, which you understand only when you attend the class and when you get the feedback. So implementation of that feedback and structurizing your essay and letter is important.
Definitely, definitely, absolutely. What about speaking? So, any specific strategies or techniques that you followed for speaking? Because again, it's a close to perfect score, it's 8.5.
Yes. Speaking also, the way Yogita took our classes, I was again scared. Although I am fluent in English, but when you know that you're judged by someone, you become conscious, and that structure does not really flow out of your mouth. But after attending the classes and taking the mock tests, Pavandeep also really guided me very well. And after speaking to her, I read the book which you have uploaded in the Google Classroom for speaking. That really helped me boosting my confidence, and it was pretty easy after that, actually.
Okay. And was it like a really serious interview like situation, or was it a friendly conversation with the examiner? This is a common question asked by a lot of students. because then they kind of consider it to be equivalent to a job interview or something that's really formal. Did you face that kind of, I mean, did you have that kind of a perception or not?
No, actually, it is. I was blank actually. You know that what kind of interview it is going to be. But yes, Pawandeep really guided me that it is going to be the same which she was doing with me. So I was like on the test day, I was quite comfortable. And after entering the room, it is they definitely are formal because they are examiners, but it is not a job interview. They are
Exactly.
judging English and they are judging your confidence and your fluency. That is what is important. Even using heavy vocabulary is not important. Just passing on the meaning and making them understand what you're trying to say. Structuring your speech is important.
Exactly. So your speech should be coherent. What she means by structuring is that it should be coherent, it should be fluent, and apart from that, nobody uses heavy words in their day-to-day English, communication. Everybody would use generic words, but they just want to assess whether you'll be able to survive in an English-speaking country if you move as a PR or as a student. And that's where they want to focus on the range of your vocabulary and not how complicated or complex your language is. So just focus on that part. Don't unnecessarily throw in words that Shashi Tharoor would be using. So don't do that. Just focus on
True.
making the other person understand, communicating your point of view so that whatever you're trying to convey is understood by the other person. That's
One
it.
one mistake which I was making in the speaking mock tests,
Mm-hmm.
which was that I was repeating the questions in my answer,
Mm-hmm.
which I
Yes.
corrected, and that is really important. We should not repeat the question.
And this applies for your writing as well. That's the reason we use the word paraphrasing, right? We need to paraphrase whatever has been written in the question when it comes to your writing test and when it comes to your speaking. Even if you have to borrow certain words or you want to pick up from the question that the examiner has asked you, try to paraphrase it. Try to not pick up the exact sentence and start your answer. Try to
Right.
use synonyms instead. So that's something that they would also assess you on. So please keep those things in mind.
Yes.
Okay, one final questions on behalf of all the wives out there or all the mothers out there. How did you manage your time? How did you manage your household chores along with your preparation?
See, initially, since I told you that I was also trying to, learn from YouTube videos, and I was pretty confident that I'll do it. Once I came across your a clipping in one of the YouTube videos, I thought, okay, fine, let me give it a try because I was not very organized initially. Then I tried and attended Harit's
Webinar.
orientation.
Mhm.
Yes, it was a webinar, and I thought, okay, fine, let me try it. I registered for it, and once the classes started, then I really realized that no, it is really important to structure your day, organize your day, and give a particular time. So those 10:30 p.m. batches was really important for me because that was the only time which I could give with two children, being a mother, being a wife, being a daughter-in-law. I hope these ladies will understand managing time is really difficult, especially with the small babies. So
Mhm.
attending those classes regularly, yes, my family supported me a lot. That is there, but still, uh, 1.5 hour of full concentration and focus with Preppy really helped me to understand the importance of this exam and prepare for it. Apart from that, I did the homework and assignments which were
Very
given assigned to us. And apart from that, I did the Cambridge books which were there in the Google Classroom. Not regularly, but yes, maybe 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day, as in when I could get the time. That
okay,
really.
wonderful, wonderful. So you probably were putting your kids to bed and then taking the classes late at night. I'm
Yes.
guessing. Okay, okay. That's a perfect strategy. So, all the ladies out there, all the ones that are married and have kids, especially, please keep these things in mind that it's possible. You just have to figure out how can you invest time and dedicate a particular hour of the day, or let's say a couple of hours every day to your preparation, and everything is sorted out after that. So keep all of these things in mind, and thank you so much, Mani, for joining us and sparing your time and spending your precious time with us for this interview and giving such great advice to everyone out there. Thank you so very much. Anything else that you want to add?
I would like to thank you. Thanks a lot, Sanjeeta. Thank you, Harit, for giving such a wonderful webinar that I was attracted to join Preppy. And again, thanks to Team Preppy because that really helped me in getting such wonderful scores.
You're welcome on the behalf of the entire team. Thank you so much for trusting in us. Have a really nice journey ahead. If you need any help with your immigration process, you know who to reach out to. You can text me anytime and we'll be helping you out with the same. All the very best. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you so much.
All right.